Well, hello everyone, my name is Mine, and today I'm going to be, well, not only me, but we are going to be talking about our new experiment, which is how can the fruits produce electricity? Yes, I'm not here alone. I'm here with my folks in my team. They are มะตูมชมพูนิกเหลืองอังกูลแป้งวราลักษณ์บุญปัญญากิฟรัตนาวงศาข้าวแกงนลินลาหารประดิษฐ์มายจิรายุอุศนีวรัญยู Do you know that the fruits that we normally eat in our everyday life can produce electricity? What? Yes. Really? Is that some kind of trick? Well, that is not a trick at all. There are some explanation about how it works, and I spread them out into 4 different subtopics. They are hypothesis, equipment of the experiment, step-by-step procedure, scientific explanation. So Kaokang is gonna be telling you about the hypothesis of this experiment. Hi Kaokang.
Hello, Mai.
What do you think about our experiment? Do you think that if we use fruits, does it really work?
I think the result was turned out great. Lamb and orange are biomass materials, and they are slightly acidic, which when combined with specific kind of metal should be possible to result a chemical reaction but can produce electricity.
Thank you Kaokang for today. So let's go to the next step. Before we go further to the experiment, Bang is gonna be the person who tells you all about the equipment in the experiment. Bang!
Hey! Yes, this experiment will not complete without these things. In this experiment, we need to use sour fruits because sour fruits contains a lot of acid and it produces a lot of electricity. So I picked 4 of lamb, 2 of oranges, copper plate, 6 nail, the last one little tiny light bulb.
To do this experiment, we need some procedures to follow properly, so I asked a friend of mine to tell us the process of the experiment. And I'm here with my friend, the one and only Gift. Hi!
Hey!
So, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
So, can you explain us for the procedures about the experiment?
Okay, sure, I will tell you step by step.
First, prepare your food for the experiment by squeezing it on outside with your hands. Make sure not to squeeze too tightly and break the skin. The idea is to soften the food enough so that the juice inside are flowing. Second, insert your nails into the food, approximately 2 inches apart from one another. The ends of the nail should be in the center of the food, but not touching one another. Be careful not to pierce the nail through the opposite end of the food. The next step, remove the insulation around the bulb wires, so you can expose the wire underneath. You need to remove enough insulation so you can wrap the exposed wire around the nails. Fourth, take one of the exposed wire and wrap it around the sink nail. If the wire keeps slipping off, use some electrical tape or gator clip to keep it attached. Fifth, wrap the other end of the wire around the copper nails. And for the last,
The second wire is attached to the copper nails. Your bulb will light up. I'm done.
So it's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for the information.
You're welcome.
There are so many people who has tweeted me for asking questions about this experiment, and surely I'm not the person who is capable of answering to those questions. She's the one.
Hello!
So there are so many people who has tweeted me asking questions about scientific explanation about this experiment. Are you ready?
Yes. What?
Nishikun asks, what is the reaction that occurs inside the fruits?
When the zinc nail comes into contact with the citric acid in the lime and orange, it starts two chemical reactions, oxidation and reduction.
Gotcha. Chris even asked, how long does it last?
These two reactions continue as long as the zinc nail is in the fruit. The important thing to realize is that electrons are being released from the zinc and being accepted by the hydrogen ion in the acid. Since the acid inside the fruits is not that much, so it disappears after we plug the copper plate in.
Taylor Swift asks, what does copper do in this experiment?
The copper plate is also an oxidation agent. It can attract many of the available electrons that are released from the zinc, and it cannot do so until there is a connection between the copper plate and the zinc nail.
Lionel Messi asks, are you gonna most barrel? He doesn't say it in English. Adam Levine asks how electricity travels through circuits.
When a conducting pathway or circuit is established between the zinc nail and the copper plate, the copper draws electrons out of the zinc nail through the circuit and back into the fruit through the copper plate. This movement of electrons through the circuit is an electric current. The electric current makes the LED light up.
So I summarized all this information about this experiment to you. Let's see what it is. Fruits and vegetables does not actually produce electricity. They do, however, produce various acids. This acid can and will make it possible to shift one electron from one metal to another. Metals cannot be the same. Metals like copper, silver, and zinc work very well. Preferably copper and zinc or silver and zinc. Copper and silver works too, but produces lower voltage. It is the electrons flowing from one metal to another via the acid that makes electricity. Many factors determine the actual voltage and the current possible to drain from your homemade battery. The current is dependent on the contact surface of your chosen metals. Very large surface can make a large current. Small surface can make a small current. The voltage is dependent on how many fruit batteries you connect in series, depending on the metal and how acidic fruit is. Thank you for watching us, and I hope you enjoyed as much as I do. If you like this video, please go press the like button on down here and I would be really happy.